Everyone has their favorite mom from Disney Channel, but someone being your favorite doesn't necessarily mean that they are the best mom. For example, some people have Amy Duncan as their favorite, but we can all agree she isn't the best mom. Amy is self-centered and would usually put her own needs before her kids. Another one that's a fan favorite is Topanga. Because of nostalgia from Boy Meets World, we all loved seeing Topanga have kids. But if you watched Girl Meets World, then you know we barely got any scenes of Topanga actually being a mom. It was always Corey being the parent, so even though we loved Topanga, she wasn't the best mom from Disney Channel either. Carey Martin slept in the living room so her kids could have the room. She also slept on a pullout, but the twins had their own real beds. Let's not forget that Carey pretty much raised the twins on her own. Zack and Cody rarely went with their father because the dad wanted to live life on the road. I think why Carey put up with this was because she's also a musician, so she understood someone wanting to chase their dream. Carey was also very strict with Zack and Cody. Yeah, they would misbehave a lot, but when Carey got involved, you would see the twins physically get scared of how their mom was about to punish them. But not only was Carey a great mom to her kids, but also to kids that weren't even hers. She was a mom figure to London and was also there for Maddie when Maddie needed someone. Maddie and London were just friends of the twins, but Carey loved them like they were her own daughters. Another thing that was great from Carey is that she never came off as an annoyed mom. No matter how bad the twins behaved or how stressed she got, Carey never took out her anger on Zack or Cody. For this next part, we are going to go off the set and get into stuff that was happening behind the scenes. Kim Rhodes is the actress who played Carey Martin. She went on the Vulnerable podcast and talked about how someone with significant power body shamed Dylan Sprouse for having a different body than Cole Sprouse. Kim also said that this same person with significant power went to the craft services and screamed at the number of the donuts that were there. This person then said out loud that no more junk food until Dylan looked like Cole. Kim Rhodes began yelling at this person who was body-shaming Dylan. Kim told this person that they had no right to be writing for children if they had this attitude. Kim also told this person to never speak like that again. Kim doesn't outright say who this person was, but she gives an important detail. She mentions that this person was a writer and that they also had power, so this most likely was a veteran writer who had been writing on the sweet life of Zack and Cody, but also for other shows on the Disney network. With these details, we can pinpoint down to a number of people who she's talking about. Standing up for Dylan was very brave of Kim. This important writer could have easily written the Carey Martin character off of the show. Kim Rhodes most likely knew this, but she still stood up for Dylan Sprouse. Why it's very important that Kim stood up for Dylan is because body-shaming male bodies isn't talked about enough. Most of the time when you hear body-shaming, you automatically think it's to a female body, but the truth is that men get body-shamed as well. It's bad enough body-shaming a grown man, but it's even worse doing it to a young boy. This person who shamed Dylan's body could have traumatized Dylan at such a young age, and could have made Dylan get an eating disorder. I already loved Carey Martin because of how hardworking and loving she is, but hearing about Kim Rhodes stand up for Dylan Sprouse really cemented her as the best mom on and off the screen. There's no stories of Lee Allen Baker defending someone on set. There's no stories from majority of the actresses that played moms on Disney Channel. This doesn't make them bad people, because the simple explanation can be that they didn't stand up for anyone because they didn't have to. Everyone they worked for was nice, and nobody was bullying anyone.